up, everyone? Hello, hello. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the stream. I'm going to give everyone a few minutes to get in. This was an impromptu live stream. I watched this art competition show and I was going to watch it anyway. And thought, well, I might as well just live stream it and share it with all of you guys. And if you guys like it, then maybe we can make this a regular show and maybe it can be something I incorporate with my members of this channel. So exciting times. We'll see how this goes. But like I said, I'll give everyone a minute to get in here. What's up, Ryan? Nice to see you watching on Twitch. What is up, Ancient One over on my YouTubes? Hello, hello. I hope you guys are doing well. And I know that there's people watching over on the Twatters. So hello, everyone. Hello, hello again. Very impromptu late night stream, but I think we are going to have fun. So I am excited. Let me just finish posting this. I have to post that I am live because, as you guys know, YouTube does not like to share notifications, which is always fun. Where is Meow? I don't know. This is my art channel, not my Star Wars pop culture channel. Why is this surprising? I'm the first one to post a comment on the YouTube side here. Are you really? I guess I never see who posts first. I usually go to sleep after my streams and I see everything the next day. But it is nice to see you in here. So congratulations on always being first. That's awesome. I am the opposite. I'm probably last when it comes to commenting or posting on streams, but that is just me. I am always last to know, last to see. That's my lot in life, but I'm okay with it. It's always a pleasant surprise, mostly. But all right, guys, let's see. Oh, my hello was deleted. Well, I'm sorry, Gordy. I'm sorry, but I think we are going to have a fun stream tonight, everyone. So I need to give a little bit of backstory since I am going to leave this up on my channel. So tonight I am going to be reacting to this artist competition show. It's called The Amazing Artist, I believe. Let me. I don't know if they've changed the name. Let me get this channel. I had everything pulled up and then my browser started going slow, so I had to close everything and now I'm reopening everything up again. But for those that don't know, I need to treat this like every stream, every video is somebody's first time on my channel. For those that don't know me, my name is Anna. I'm mostly known on YouTube as that Star Wars girl, and I talk about Star Wars and pop culture, and I share my opinions on that, which are quite popular to some and quite what's a civil way to say this? Controversial to others. But I am always an artist first. I have been painting ever since I was a young child. It was always my passion. When I was a kid, I watched the end of one of the Star Wars movies, and this, the making of came on with all of Ralph McQuarrie's artwork. And I had always wanted to be an astronaut, but when I found out, oh, you have to be a certain height, which I would never reach. I still am not at that height yet. And you have to do math. I was like, okay, I'm out. I can't be an astronaut unless, somehow I get all of the monies and I can pay for, a short trip up into the atmosphere from either Amazon or Elon. So I don't think that that's going to happen either. But I decided if I can't go in outer space, maybe I can, paint it and I can be like Ralph McQuarrie and work on concept art for Star Wars and work with George Lucas. And so I went to college in San Francisco to do concept art. And then my second week of school, my second class of the week, my teacher, who ironically was named George, came in and said that George Lucas just sold Lucasfilm to Disney and my heart was crushed. But I continued on. I got my degree in concept art for all of the video game stuff. It's a lot of fun. And I accidentally became a YouTuber. And so I am here now doing the YouTubes. I don't usually do as much art content as I would like, but mostly all of the art that I do nowadays that's, not my own personal projects is all private commissions, and they don't typically want their work advertised because they don't want to deal with my the controversy or backlash that, they could get from, people that are not the biggest fans of me. So, a lot of the stuff that I do work on, I can't even post or talk about. So, the stuff that I do work on for myself, the last thing I wanna do is sit there and edit for hours. I do need to get better about it, but I hate editing. So I don't typically post a lot, but I'm going to try to get better about it because I do have people that, used to watch when I just did painting streams, and, they want me to be a little bit more on the informative and educational side of things, which I I don't know if I'm the best teacher for it, but if there's anything I can help with, I love helping people, so I will do my best at. But tonight, we are actually going to be reacting to this art show that I like to watch. So, as an artist, I'm always trying to grow and like learn new things myself. And there is this art family, and I stumbled across them because I was trying to get better at being an Instagram person, and I was posting my art reels, but I hated constantly getting, like, copyright struck by posting, like, with trending music. So what I was going around was I was trying to find audio clips of, like, inspirational type of quotes, and I came across this one where it was this woman talking about selling art, and I was like, "Where is the original video of this?" Because it was somebody using that audio clip for something else, and so I hunted down this original video, and it was of this woman named Ellie Milan, and she was talking about how to, how art the whole trope about the starving poor artist, like, is kind of bullshit, and just artists aren't taught how to sell their work. And I was like, "Oh, this lady, like, really knows what she's talking about. She's very well spoken." And it turns out she is, the mom in this art family, and they have this, art college called, Milan Art Institute. And so, this is Ellie right here. This is the woman that was, speaking in that clip that I was, just describing to all of you guys. And I mean, from everything that I've watched, I kind of binge watch a lot of their stuff, and I was like, "Okay, it's not exactly my style, but I think that they're very informative, they're very passionate about what they do." And they're, how to say this? Some artists like me aren't very good at the filming and the editing, which is ironic considering I'm a YouTube person, but their stuff, like, whoever does their setups and their recording and, it's top notch, which I think a lot of artists should invest in, which I regret so much not for my electives in college. I didn't take editing and I didn't take anything in, like, videography or what just wasn't my thing, still isn't my thing, which again is ironic since I'm a YouTuber and I'm a YouTube person. But all of their podcast episodes, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, they're so great." And so they've had let me see if they have playlists for it. But so they have this show, it's called The Outstanding Artist. I was calling it The Amazing Artist. So they have this show called The Amazing Artist, or excuse me, Outstanding Artist. And so right here you guys can see here's season 1, season 2, and season 3. And it's like an artist competition reality show. And I binge watched all of them. I watched season 2 first because season 1 wasn't on YouTube at the time, and so I started with season 2, which I will say out of all the seasons that I've watched, season 2 was my favorite season. I'm just gonna put that out there. I obviously haven't watched this season yet because episode 1 just came out. Season 2, I really, really liked it. I feel like everyone that participated in it, they were great characters, even though they're real people, but each individual artist, you're your own character. You got your own style. And so the art standing outist, they should make it that, the art standing. But so I binge watched season 2, and then I binge watched season 3, and they actually did that in Greece. I will say I did not like that one as much because I'm sorry. I would like to think I'm a compassionate and empathetic person, but there was a little bit too much crying for me in season 3, and some of the challenges, I'm claustrophobic, so some of the challenges were, let's cramp them in a room, which was part of the test because, you have to give them obstacles to overcome. But my own personal claustrophobia was like, oh my God, this is stressing me out, and I'm just watching it. What show are you talking about? It is up on the screen. It's a show called The Outstanding Artist. I will put the link to this if you guys want to go and check it out for yourself here in the chat. So you guys can go check that out. It's posted now on YouTube and on Twitch. But so I'm going to be reacting to The Outstanding Artist Season 4, Episode 1. Where did it go? It was just right here, and now it's gone. Maybe I'll go to live. Oh, no, it's probably under videos. Now, I haven't watched this. I went to go start watching it, and then I had other things happen and come up. So I just said, okay, you know what? It's 40 minutes, which is actually pretty short, but let's check this out. So I am going to be reacting to this. Hopefully, Team YouTube's Milan Art Institute. I am doing transformative content. So please don't copyright strike me. I'm a really big fan of your guys's. I'm really excited to watch this season. I am invested. Like, this is, I think, my favorite reality show. And I'm serious. It's a legit reality show. So I'm excited to see what they've done with season 4. Big fan of all of them. I follow Ellie and Demetra and Dahlia and Daphne. I follow all of them. I'm really invested. If any family should have a reality TV show, it's this family. They're all, they're. I want to say whimsical, but it's like it's so much more. They're a very inspirational family, to put it mildly. But you guys will all see. So we're going to check this out. Again, I've never watched this before. I'm really excited to watch it, and hopefully all of you guys enjoy it and have fun watching along. I am going to say, again, hello to everybody that's watching over on Twitch. I see Ancient One, Birdman, Ghost Wolf, Grifting, and then Willemgrad. But thank you for hanging out over on Twitch. I appreciate it. And again, thank you to everyone that's watching over on the YouTubes. I appreciate all of you. But without further ado, let's check this out. I'm gonna restart it. Oh, no, pause. Also, my computer is lagging. I don't know why, and I'm not thrilled about that. But I've been really excited to watch or to play the new Star Trek game. But I don't know if that's going to happen. Okay, let's make this bigger. Let's make all of this bigger. Actually, I need to switch screens so it actually looks like I'm looking at this. It's all of the fun technical stuff. Okay, so when I'm looking this way, I know this is going to sound weird to all of you guys. My camera is right here. But I just moved maybe I should just move it over here so it looks like I'm looking at it the entire time. Let me just do that. All the technical side. So when I look over here, now my camera is right in front of me so I can see all of you wonderful people in the chat. Okay, now that all the technical stuff is worked out, let's start this. Are you guys ready? Are you guys excited? Because I know I'm excited. I'm so excited. Let's watch. Let's turn closed captions. Should I do it at 0.5? We'll see. We'll see.
Do you want to be the outstanding artist? Over the next 14 challenges, creativity will be pushed to its very limits. Friendships will be tested. Tears will be shed.
Oh no.
And masterpieces will be born.
Oh, look at the unicorn.
We're giving away $25,000 to one of these 12 incredible artists at the end of the season. We have artists from around the world. Masters of styles ranging from abstract.
I don't do straight lines. I don't do symmetry.
To realism.
I'm not expressive with my brushwork. I am a realist painter.
And everything in between.
Yeah.
Each determined to prove their art can stand above the rest. Guiding their journey are judges, seasoned professionals who know exactly what it takes to turn raw talent into greatness.
You guys like my new water bottle? It's a crayon. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. And of course, the day after I bought it, it went on sale.
The competition, fierce. And only one will win. I'm your host, Jake Dunn, and together we'll explore what makes an outstanding artist.
To I think, oldest daughter,
All right,
Dimitra,
artist, are you ready to get started?
Who is incredible. Let me give a little backstory. So this family, it's Ellie and John. That's the mom and the dad. Then they have 3 daughters and 1 son. They're very Greek. And their daughter, Dimitra, is like a child prodigy. So they were working artists and they were struggling to like meet like the deadline for a gallery. And Dimitra, I guess she was like a little one, little teeny tiny human. And she went into their studio and I guess she was like, "Oh, can I paint on one of your guys' old canvases?" And they said, "Yeah." And she created this masterpiece and they're like, "This is amazing." And so they turned it into the gallery. The gallery loved it and was like, "Do more paintings like this." So the parents had to work together to copy their daughter's style. So she launched her parents' career basically. And then when she got older, I apologize if I'm not remembering this 100% accurately, but I know when she was like 16, she dropped out of high school to be an artist and she made like $1 million in art sales by the time she was 17 and she got signed by this gallery in Hawaii. So the guy that's hosting this is married to her. So he's her husband and does a lot of like the technical stuff. But that's a little bit more background. Like I'm telling you, this family needs a reality show. If any family in the United States needs a reality show, it's this family. They're so fascinating.
Your first challenge
and
begins
actually
in
talented.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, let's see.
Welcome to the Outstanding Artist Season 4. Starting off, 12 artists will step into the studio to take on a series of creative challenges. In this first challenge, it's all...
I might turn up the speed a little bit. There we go. Just a little bit, okay? So it's even more on the transformative side. I also put the link to this video in the chat if you guys want to go and look at it. I really like the first season of Face Off. Face Off is probably my favorite reality show. I absolutely love Face Off. It's funny, one of the judges followed me on Instagram and he told me congratulations when I had my baby. But I had it on and I think I was like cooking in the kitchen and we have like an open floor plan in my house. And so like I had it on the TV and Peaches and my stepdaughter are completely like left side of the brain, very technical, love math. They're good at everything that I'm not. And my husband and my stepdaughter, they like were glued to the TV watching Face Off. It was so funny. And we were supposed to go out to dinner and they're like, "We're not leaving until this episode is over." So if I can recommend any TV show to you guys, it's Face Off. It's like a special effects makeup show. It's amazing. Okay, here it is. Is it all broads? It looks like it's all women. Yes. But we shall see.
About the fundamentals. Our artists are being tasked to create a subtractive oil painting of a bird. This is a class.
Well, I should say, I believe that to get into this competition, you have to be a student at their art college, which I believe their art college is all online. So you have to be a student and you have to like I'm not exactly sure, but from what I've seen, I believe you have to like criteria is to be a student and you have to like apply for it or they reach out and ask you. So these are just the top contenders that are currently students at their art college.
Classical technique, where the artist subtracts the darks from a stained canvas to reveal light, creating form. They have 1 hour to craft their underpainting. Once their painting's dry, they'll have 3 more hours to finish them.
Oh my God.
With the rules laid out and the clock ticking,
like
let's meet the artist stepping into the competition.
I wanted to be on the Outstanding Artist the very first time I saw season 1. And I just thought this would be something I would love to do. I am fearless in a lot of ways. Yeah, I flipped an ATV in Bali 3 weeks ago. I'm not kidding. The longer you're in the show, the more people you're going to touch. I do see the importance of that and the importance of bringing beauty into the world. And I think it's healing. This experience will be what you make it. If I am in here having fun with all my friends because we're all friends here, then it's going to be a great experience no matter the outcome.
I'm nervous, but I'm here. I'm used to painting in a nice, spacious dream studio all by myself. Now it's in a smaller space and there are so many people watching and there's cameras.
What's the worst that's going to happen at the end of the day? It's fun. And you get to travel and you get to meet lovely people and work with these fantastic artists as well. And just do something that breaks the cycle of your normal day-to-day life.
a lot of the artists that
I'm a very competitive person.
it's very
I love,
abstract.
doing competitions, and I want to prove to myself that I am a good artist.
Winning would be insane because I've always struggled with self-belief. I think a lot of people do. I'm not very competitive, but I am with myself. It's always being what I'm good at. Do I get a trophy?
No trophy, but there is $25,000 on the line. To get
That's
there,
awesome.
they'll need to survive elimination, and it's not going to be easy. Each challenge adds points to their overall score. After the 9th challenge, the 6 artists with the lowest totals will be eliminated, leaving only the top 6 to move on. Their fate in this competition will be decided by our panel of judges,
People are getting
led by the
out.
founder of Milan Art Institute, Milan.
My name is Ellie Milan, and I have been a professional artist since 1996. I made a living out of selling my artwork. My husband is also an artist, so we built our careers together. In 2010, I opened Milan Art Institute to really help and equip artists to be successful business owners and share their voice with the world. The Outstanding Artist started as a homegrown pet project, and every season takes us to a new place and a new way for us to raise up more artists and give them an opportunity to really have a platform and be more seen by the world.
My opinion, season 2 was the best. I'm just going to put that out there. I've watched all of them. All right, we're going to see. You guys,
The opportunity to be a light on a show with a bunch of other artists is the win for me.
There's really this magic that comes from being vulnerable. I know for me, when I've heard people's stuff, it really changes the course of my life. I'm hoping that's what we can all do because the women here have such incredible stories.
By the way.
My name is Lynn Hurley. I've been, like most of us, an artist most of my life since childhood. I originally went into the medical field, and I left every day being really unhappy and knowing that it was draining the life force out of me. I just decided, this is it. I'm gonna make a move. It's either now or never. And after 18 years, I walked away. It's been the best move I've ever made. I'm the happiest I've ever been. And I really believe that if you follow what your soul's calling is, that it will all work out for you.
You guys are engaging with the old masters right now. This first part of the Outstanding Artist is all about your skills. How technically excellent can you paint? Can you draw? Can you create?
I'm way too
These artists have all gone through the mastery program at one point, and we wanted to see how these artists could execute that classical technique and really measure their skill by it.
Subtractive painting flips the usual process on its head. You block in the darks, then lift the light out. It's sort of like carving form from a shadow. It's a control test. Edges, value, restraint.
It's basically foundational skill. That's why we teach this in the mastery program, because it is so important.
To compare my art now to compare my art.
So what personally, I'll tell you the technical side of it. I always end up with paint in my mouth if I do paintings this way. So basically you wet the can, or it depends on if you're using oil or acrylics. I use oils. I do not like acrylics. I barely even own any acrylics. But what you do is you kind of basically wet the canvas, very lightly put your base coat on. So you saw that one woman, I believe she was using phthalo blue. And so, which is blue for those that aren't very technical on the artistic side. And so you go in, you darken it, and then you erase out in a way what your drawing is. And so it's a lot of fun with charcoal if you just need to do something really, really quickly and your character or your, main focus is the only thing that's in the lightness, which is there's really great concept art of the Prince of Egypt that does this, where it's the scene right after the plagues happen and Ramesses is standing over the body of his dead son and Moses is coming out, but the light is just like it's a silhouette of Ramesses, which usually silhouette is just like the darkness, but it's the light. I'll see if I can pull it up, you guys. It's very beautiful. Prince of Egypt concept art. All right, actually, it's probably thumbnails. Okay, no, come on. Oh my God, I hate this. My computer is just on a whole nother level of stupid. Okay, here we go. I got the image. Let me just pull it over onto the screen. So this is what I'm talking about. Is it not sharing? Why is it not sharing? Okay, let me just do the whole window. Okay, but you see what I'm saying? So you darken it. You just basically cover the entire thing with charcoal, and then you erase out, the main sections that you want. And so I don't believe this is the original one, but if you ever get like the Art of the Prince of Egypt book, you guys will know exactly what I'm talking about. But so when I do it with paint, I always get paint in my mouth, no matter how hard I try not to. And I do not like it. I'd rather, I know you need to block things in and whatnot, but this is not the way I would do it. But they are doing the technical challenge. So this first challenge, I would be in hell.
Before the program, I definitely have improved in a lot of ways.
I think I graduated mastery program the longest time ago out of all the contestants, so I haven't done the skill a long time. I've been so focused on what like my style.
Time is running out on the first part of this challenge. All the artists seem to be doing pretty well, demonstrating the fundamental skills they learned in the mastery program. But I'm looking around and there's some interesting choices for sources that might cost these artists in the long run. Linda's especially caught my eye. She's doing 2 birds instead of 1.
I'm Linda McClure, and I have been a professional artist for 3 years. I was an art major in college. I've loved art since I was a little kid, and I always wanted to be an artist. I don't know, I was always told, you're not going to make a living being an artist. So I changed. I taught engineering and computer science for 28 years. I found Milan Institute. I really did. And it was life-changing for me. I decided to retire early so that I could paint professionally. I just wanted to live my best life. I didn't not love what I was doing, but I knew that I wasn't living my passion.
Linda, tell me about your choice to do 2 birds.
Well, I loved the source because I loved how they connected together. I like the interplay of connecting the shapes, and I like bright birds. So I just like the source.
We'll see if you regret it.
Part 1 of this challenge is almost over. The artists have less than 10 minutes to finish their underpaintings. If they don't finish now, it can lead to weaker values and a less unified final piece, putting them behind for the rest of the challenge.
Oh my God, I hope that they're allowed to use it.
You never know until you're in the situation how you're actually going to deal with it. And I've never really been in a scenario like this. But I actually kind of don't bother. I'm just in the zone and just kind of focusing.
I'm actually enjoying it.
That's
I
smart.
thought I would like be stressed and had a lot of tension, but anyway, I'm like, come on, just throw it at me and I will just do whatever I can.
Oh my God. Okay, so
it's nice because they're sort of all doing their own thing and they're so supportive, and I haven't quite sort of got it in my head that this is a competition yet.
All right, artists, you have 10 seconds left. 10.
Okay, if you're
9.
But they said they have 1
8,
hour for this and then
7,
3 hours for
6,
the next part.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brushes down. Deep breaths. How's everyone feeling?
The end of challenges, I like to look what people do, and I do get a little upset or a little like, oh wow, I'm not the worst. So like
Comparing yourselves, you can't help it. You're in your zone, but then when you turn around and you look at everything, you automatically are like, okay, who's number 1? Who's number 2? Where do I fall?
Where do you fall indeed? The first leaderboard of the season already seems to be taking shape. But before we see their initial rankings, artists must complete 3 challenges across different mediums: oils, acrylics, and charcoal. The combined scores from these 3 challenges will determine their ranking. And remember, the 6 artists with the low...
This lady talks super fast. I have this at 1.25 speed just because it is a 40-minute stream, or excuse me, a 40-minute video. Also, shout out to Crouching Taylor Hidden Swift for gifting 1 membership. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. That's awesome. So, what was it? I'm getting hiccups. I apologize. Nope. 2 owls. Okay, so the girl that did the raven, or unless it's a crow, the girl that did the blackbird is in my opinion, that's probably going to be the easiest one. If you only have 1 hour to do the underpainting and then 3 hours to do the rest, oof. Strong light source. In my opinion, that's what you'd have to do. You'd have to do high contrast, strong light source, and you got to be very, very quick. So this actually would probably be really good for people that paint in like very high key, which means high contrast. If you low key, very, not as high contrast. Ravens are assholes. They should always lose. Well, let's see.
Lowest rankings after challenge 9 will be eliminated. So every challenge counts.
Wow.
While we let these oils dry, it's time for the judges to give a blind critique on the subtractive underpaintings.
Okay, let's see.
I think the source is a little on the lame side and not that exciting.
Joining Ellie Milan on the judging panel is Asia Devore, a longtime professional artist, mentor in the mastery program, and the winner of season 2 of The Outstanding Artist. She knows what it takes to win this competition.
It's weird.
There's some proportional issues. The head is actually too big, and the angle of the face should actually be curved more as it moves down the body.
Alongside Asia are 2 past season finalists, the first of which is Alana Anderson. Alana has spent years as a creative director working with top brands like Gucci and Versace. Then she decided to pursue her passion for art with the mastery program. And since completing it,
she and I actually live in the same town. And I was watching the show, and I had watched the first episode of whichever one she was on. And I think I saw her. And if it wasn't her, it was somebody that looks very similar to her. And I was like, oh, what a small world, considering she's from Australia, but she lives in the same town as me, which I was like, oh my gosh, what are the odds of that? And if it's not her, it's like her twin. I saw her doppelganger.
Has become an art instructor and executive at Milan Art Institute.
I think it's really well set up. I'm just concerned about how he feels like he's kind of constrained within the edges of the canvas.
Our final judge is season 3 finalist Tanya Obu. Before Tanya took the mastery program, she was working as a grocery store clerk making minimum wage. But after graduating, she became a full-time professional artist, earning almost 6 figures a year.
I think the major problem is really the face of the parrot. Like, this eye is not in the right spot.
The themes from today's feedback are sources, structure, and restraint. The best birds breathe because the values and edges do.
Oh, there you
but
go.
Before anyone can fix their oils, we have a second challenge to get through. And for this one, we'll be throwing them a curveball. Our artists thought they had 3 hours to create a detailed mixed media painting. Instead, they'll be painting an acrylic-only animal of their choice in just 1 hour. With their options limited to acrylics, all their previous plans go out the window. This challenge is simply about seeing how well they can adapt.
I'd be pissed. Oh, I'm mad
Artists,
for
are you guys
them.
ready?
You get
Okay,
1
your second
hour
challenge begins in 3, 2, 1, go.
No. Oh my God.
Acrylics can punish hesitation. The first thing you need to do is get rid of the white by putting a mid-tone down fast. This helps you get your lights and darks right. In a challenge like this, you want to keep it simple. Block in the big shapes, get the values right, then finish with expressive marks.
I think the acrylics, we all were like, 1 hour is really hard, you know?
I was fighting my mind the whole time, and I was like, come on, you can do this. And I was like, I'm not going to let this pressure get to me.
I'm not a speed painter, or I don't have that skill to do anything speedy. I just don't.
I can only do it the best way I can and stay positive and confident. That's really the way I feel. My name is Bianca Lever. I've been an artist for around 20 years. I started out painting in not the best period in my life, and I was looking for something to get my mind calm again. And that's where you
one thing about
the
reality
mastery program. It will set you free, and it will give you all these possibilities. Really, truly, honestly, that change everything. I go for the adventure, and I will just embrace
the people
it
that
fully.
you don't see talking are usually the
Speed
ones
painting is
out
really hard
first.
because you have limited time to think. You just have to go with your gut. You can't think of anything else except each moment in front of you and just hope that you're going to make it on time.
In a 1 hour sprint, confidence is key. Bianca has it, Len is hunting for it, and Haley is wrestling with it.
I'm looking at all these artist paintings and I want to talk about them, but not where they can hear me. So let's go outside. I'm looking at Len's painting. It's looking a little cartoony right now. I'm also worried that Bree spent too much time on her background. Maybe she can pull it together. Some of their paintings look really good though, like surprisingly good. I think Rita's looks great.
I am Rita Vicari, and I've been a professional artist for about 8 years now. I never wanted to be an artist. That wasn't like my goal. And when I started painting, I was like, I'm just going to do this until I find a real job. I could not believe that it could be a real thing. It was a little lonely at first.
Yeah,
That's why I didn't really want to be an artist, because I thought it was a lonely job where you just sit and don't talk to anybody. And you just, that wasn't my thing. So when I discovered that it's actually can be a very social thing, kind of like I embraced it and I love it now.
I feel like
with less than half the time left on the clock, let's hear from Ellie on the best strategies for pulling off a successful painting with limited time.
Seem like a Bond girl, like a Russian.
So what is a good strategy for speed painting? First and foremost, you have to have a good, solid source. If your source has all kinds of issues with it, like the composition's bad, it's got weird cropping, and you got to make a bunch of stuff up, you're going to probably run into trouble. So if you have a really good, solid source, and when you can really see the forms well, and you know what order you're going to do things in, working back to front, big to small, dark to light, and just go about it strategically, systematically, and keep your head cool and not get intimidated by being rushed, you're going to nail it. You're going to do a great job.
I'm gonna grab this. How good are you when you have to be a fast artist? Now, I know Ellie is not a fan of Pablo Picasso, but there's this famous story about Pablo Picasso where a woman saw him at like a cafe and she asked him to like do a little sketch on a napkin. So he did. And then he told her the price and she's like, "What? You did that in 5 minutes?" And he's like, "Yeah, it took me my whole life to be able to do this in 5 minutes." And so honestly, in my personal opinion, and I think a lot of other artists will agree with me, if you can draw accurate and quickly, that's a sign of how skilled you are. So, usually if you can do it good and it's fast, that means you're very, you're a very good artist.
My gran was a painter, and I always used to paint with her growing up, and she always used to say, "We're here for a good time, not for a long time." And that always sticks with me. So I'm always like, just make the most of the situation that you're in, because who knows how long you're going to be in it for. I've quickened my process a lot in the past while. So I work fairly fast now in comparison to what I did before.
I think the first bird I ever painted was
required.
a
Like in my
mother-in-law.
studio at home, I value
those are pretty.
creating deadlines and hitting them, but I don't value speed. All this is about speed. It makes you realize, okay, what do I really prioritize in how I create my art and what I'm trying to put out into the world?
Look at the bunny! Oh, look at his big ears! Oh, I love it.
My biggest frustration is the lioness. I changed my source when you guys threw that curveball at us. I really regret doing that because it just wasn't as strong of a source. It was the highlights. I just could not get a highlight color. I finally kind of got a color that I liked, but we had like 10 minutes left. So yeah, it's in pretty rough shape.
Oh no.
So a lot of these artists, they finish their paintings in oils, and that is actually what we teach them in the mastery program. So I know that that was a big stretch for them. It's like, how do you resolve a painting with just acrylic, especially when we didn't provide the mediums that you would need in acrylic to really make something look polished. That's a big part about being an outstanding artist, is being flexible and working with the materials you have and time constraints and be able to paint any subject matter.
Cute. Oh, I like that one. It's a really fun show. Can't wait to see all of them.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brushes done.
Whew. That turned out so good. I feel like you got like 85% there. Do you feel that?
Yeah, I was struggling so much with his head because I waited way too wet. And then I was like, maybe I should have done that subtraction method. But I think it's good.
The octopus looks really good.
Pretty okay.
How are you feeling?
Okay.
Hesitant?
That wolf looks nice.
Cool. It was fast.
Oh, see,
No.
her pants.
Why not?
That'd be
I was
nice.
like
It's
fighting
savable.
it the whole time. My name's Haley Anderson, and I'm also known as Bop Bear. I was born in '97, and there's a comic called Hail Bop. And because my name was Haley, my parents started calling me Haley Bop Bear. I decided to use that for all my art. I didn't really have a life before I did art professionally. I had like a lot of anxiety, and art was sort of the only comfort that I had. It was the Milan apprenticeship that forced me out of that, because it was only when I started pushing myself to sort of come out of hiding and sort of show the world like what I do and who I am, that I've just become like myself, and my art is sort of everything to me because of that.
Linda, yours came through. I'm not gonna lie, I was worried there for a little bit,
I'm not going to lie.
but it looks a lot better
It had
now.
a severe ugly stage. Let me just say.
How are you feeling?
Terrible, because I wasn't prepared. I had like 5 layers to this painting and I thought it'd be thick and it's not dry.
Little baby.
But I'm good at problem solving.
It's a little baby.
How are you feeling?
Hot. You know what? I was like really panicking until you said, "Are you going to work on this on the 4 hours?" And I was like, "Oh, right."
That's right. The artists still have time to refine their work. Before judging, they'll get 4 hours of freestyle time to spend on any of the 3 challenges they're being scored on. For many of them, that time could make all the difference. At the top of that list is Haley. She spent most of the challenge frustrated and fighting her painting. Freestyle time may be her only chance to turn it around. Bianca took a big risk, painting a running cheetah while others kept their subjects still. Capturing motion adds another layer of difficulty, but even with more time to refine it, will the reward be worth the risk? And then there's Rita. Her piece came together surprisingly well given the time constraint, but that background is holding it back. If she can resolve it, she's in a strong position. Otherwise, she could be in trouble. Next, let's hear from the judges as they offer feedback on the acrylic animals and tips on how these artists can make the most of their freestyle time.
I love this one.
I think this is a really cool painting. This artist achieved a lot of accuracy in the face. I'd probably take a second look at the proportions of the hand. Some more darks could be added to the body for depth purposes. I just think it's
really
beautiful
like
so
it.
far.
If I look at the source, I'm really looking forward to see more mark making maybe in the fur. I'm also seeing proportion that will need to be fixed with the nose. I think it's a little bit too long.
I love that we have a color palette and then we have a black and white image. I think that's fantastic. There needs to be some more contrast, more darks for sure. But I think, yeah, it's going to come along really well.
I think that the artist should make a decision. Is it going to be stylized and whimsical, or is it going to be representational like the source? I think the birthday hat probably needs to go, unless they're going to go whimsical.
In a speed painting, clarity wins. Simplify your style, fix the big proportions, block in your darks, and get your highlights right.
I like a variety of colors. I would probably just go back and double check proportions just in case. I'm wondering about the size of the eye, but I'm not sure.
I would love to see more intentional marks. I don't love where the head's positioned because we're kind of like slightly off center. We're not like in one of the quadrants. So that's kind of confusing me a little bit.
Proportions, contrast, commitment. That's the rubric.
The skill is all there. My only gripe, and I don't know that it can be changed, so I hesitate to even say it, I wish the front frog was bigger. It's almost the same size as the back frog, and that is flattening it and not giving it enough depth.
Oh, that's a good point.
So the first day is really difficult. I know you're in a new environment and we threw you a curveball. My advice to you is a lot of proportions are off, but you know what? When I do paintings, my proportions are really off in the beginning. That's a normal thing. You didn't do anything wrong, but you have to fix it because you can't end that way. I think you guys in the end will have really good paintings that you're proud of. Keep doing what you're doing and fix the proportions.
The judges certainly gave our artists a lot to think about. After a long day of painting, I'm sure they could all use a rest. We'll let their oil paintings dry overnight and pick back up in the morning.
Okay.
After a night to reset, the oils are dry and we're ready to see these birds really come to life. Only 3 more hours to go.
Artists, are you ready to get started?
Yes.
Okay. Part 2 of your oil challenge begins in 3, 2, 1, go.
So there's this one. There's that other one that we just created. That's the third challenge.
As we begin the second day of painting, the pressure is starting to show.
This first time painting alongside next to every other artists with cameras, interviewing, stress, time limits. I mean, you need to do good, and then you feel the pressure, and that totally blocked me. So I was like, okay, what if this dream falls apart without even being able to show what I'm capable of?
Who are they to judge? So
I knew my Achilles heel coming into this is
the judges. So it was Ellie Milan, who owns the college that all of these ladies attend, that's hosting this art competition. And then the other judges are successful students of this college. And also one of the judge that has the ginger hair, she won season 1 of this show. And then the other 2 girls were in the other seasons of the show and were, I believe, runner-ups. But all of them are very successful, very talented artists. So that's who the judges are.
I am a realist painter, and my process doesn't lend itself to speed painting. So I feel like I'm not doing my best work, but I knew that coming in.
We all knew this was going to be a challenge. Nobody said that it was going to be easy. Nobody. That was never a promise.
The great thing about all this pressure is it makes them better artists, and they know it. Every single one of them that we asked, why did you want to be on the Outstanding Artist? They all said, because I want the growth. We've seen artists from previous seasons come into Outstanding Artists. They cry, they're, upset, they have all this pressure. And then you see them a year later, 2 years later, and they're in all these galleries. They're selling their paintings right and left. And they go, it was the Outstanding Artist. That was a turning point for me.
With the gallery, I just started. So just sold 2 there, and rest it's from my website. And then after the show release, I got seen, and people have been visiting my website a lot after the Outstanding Artist. So that made a difference. Yeah, I sold 5 of my paintings from the Outstanding Artist. Yes.
Looking at my pieces compared to everybody else's, I don't go thick enough with paint. It does kind of fall a little bit flat. I think that's the biggest thing I can push myself in is going thicker, bigger, bolder.
I've been struggling between rule follower and the rule breaker. And with this technical challenges, I'm like, okay, well, they told us they're going to judge technical skills and they started painting. And I'm like, oh no, like I'm the only one who's making like the most boring painting compared to others. That's how I feel. I need to find what is possible to push at this point because I can't gain skill overnight.
The chat is hilarious right now.
These contestants are feeling a lot of excitement, but probably also doubt in some ways of like if they're capable of making it through and like if their skills are enough.
So she
when you're
won
placed
season
against
1.
so many other really amazing artists and your work is judged and you have like time constraints and the pressure is on. There's just so much that happens emotionally. And I think doubt can really creep in and just like make you think, am I good enough to be here?
While all the contestants handle the pressure in different ways, the most affected is Lynn. After just the first night, she's considering dropping out of the competition.
I'm still feeling like leaving. The curveball just completely threw me off. And I completely bombed that painting. I don't even know how I'm going to fix it. So I didn't sleep. I slept 1 hour. I don't function on lack of sleep. Like I'm really tired right now.
Girl, you can
and then,
do it.
On top of that, it's completely different working in this environment. And it's not the competitiveness of it. It's just all the external factors. You're out of your house, you're sharing a bathroom with 3 girls, you're not in your bed, you're not getting adequate sleep, the stress from it. After the first day, I told the girls, like, I wish they voted me off because I don't know that I could do this.
Oh my gosh, suck it up. You
I
can
feel really
do
sad
it.
for Lynn, you know, after having prepared for all those months. And I know
already
she
had
took her
comments like that,
preparation
she did.
really seriously. So she must feel really bad.
I'm kind of surprised, but at the same time,
looks
I
really
also think
good.
this scenario really kicks you in the ass to work quicker, work differently, work in a way that you're maybe not used to. I think you have to be adaptable. And I think we underestimate ourselves sometimes at how adaptable we can be. And I don't think she's given herself the time to do that yet.
She's got
My advice when one of the artists is having a hard time, they've perhaps not made the best painting and it hasn't gone how they wanted. My biggest thing that I keep telling everyone is it's your mindset. You have to find the opposite of how you're feeling. If you're like, I suck, I made a terrible painting, you have to flip it around and just tell yourself, I did my best, I'd made a good painting and I can fix it. I feel like it's hard to get past it if you stay in that spiraling mindset. So as soon as you can switch that off, you can start to find solution. So I think mindset is one of the most powerful things in the competition.
Trying to figure out what bird that is.
You know, it's interesting. These artists have, you know, all gone through the mastery program at one point, whether it was a year ago, 3 years ago, which means they could be working in a completely different way. They could be doing all kinds of crazy mixed media stuff and really not even using oils that much, and definitely not maybe a classical technique like this. So it was interesting to see these artists dig back into their education and take away all the materials that they're used to using.
Working with oils, I find really magical. I do like to work in acrylic, but there's nothing quite like working in oils when you start to see the painting come alive. But I feel that it can be really challenging when you're under a time constraint like the show. So I have a lot of empathy for the contestants.
I think it just gets a little more tricky when you're trying to work fast, because at least for me, that's kind of a slower, more methodical part of my process. I just have to think about the layering a little bit more, and also things get wet and don't dry fast. And so you can make mud really fast.
And
what I will be looking for the most, I think, with their oil paintings is their color mixing and looking for like really clean colors, looking for how they rendering their edges. I'll be looking for how well they've done contrast to make the form and variety in their brushwork.
One of the reasons why I think a lot of them are painting birds is because when it comes to animals, birds are like, they're known as like one of the easier animals.
With less than an hour left to go in the challenge, let's check in with our contestants and see how they're doing.
That's because they have feathers. You can just do like broad strokes.
How are you doing?
Do not annoy me. That's beautiful.
She's got a palette knife in her hand.
I love
She's got a knife.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm fine.
Getting some texture on there.
Yes.
Is that a big part of your process?
It is, yeah. Not usually this quickly though.
Do you guys want critique from me or no?
Yeah, like looking at a painting of rainbow.
Okay, I would think.
That's beautiful.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or
You're
weird.
gonna do it anyways.
I like that one the best.
I'm not gonna critique if you're gonna say I was gonna do that. I'm just kidding.
Do you need validation? Do you need more validation?
You're so right, Jake. Oh my gosh, I would not have seen that if not for you.
I'm never going to tell you that. Ever. Go away. Stop annoying me. My name is Lisa Cunningham. I am from Glasgow in Scotland, and I've been an artist for a long time. I'm a fitness coach. I'm a boxing coach. I've been in martial arts since I was young. So that's half my week. And then the other half of the week is in my studio, painting and selling art. I love the split between the two because they both add a lot to my life. I cannot actually picture my life without art. I mean, how lucky are we to say, though, you put paint to canvas and that's your job? It makes me feel so lucky that I chased it.
How are you doing, Linda?
I'm feeling pretty good about it. I mean, it's definitely going to need another session because it doesn't have any highlights.
Highlights. Race against the clock.
Give me your suggestions.
Well, it's tough because, I mean, a lot of it is like you just need to let it dry, put in the highlights, make sure you get some of the darks and the feathers there so that you have...
Yeah, I wasn't going to say I was going to do that. No, you
get a heat gun.
What she was going to do that.
Two birds means twice the work. If she gets it right, she scores big. Is it worth the risk, though? We'll find out.
Now, listen, I'm doing the whole Monday morning quarterbacking right now, but...
Internally worrying for that. Okay, panic.
I think when you have to do a competition,
Is that my pep talk? No, I think
very
it looks
high
better than
contrast.
what I did before, so I'm happy about that. My name is Ellie B, and I am from the UK. However, I now live in Canada, in Calgary. Career before I was an artist was a bit all over the place, and a lot of time trying to find something that I was really passionate about. Finally came across the mastery program, and I just knew immediately within the first few months that I was supposed to be an artist. I felt really free. I felt like whenever I was doing something else, it was very restrictive. I've been painting for the last 5 years, pretty much every day, and I'm excited. I'm ready. I just don't want to get
Oh,
to
that
it.
one's really pretty.
It's hard to get a good look over here. It's looking good. Yeah, getting the details in.
Yeah, I'm relatively happy with the bird. I just feel like the background needs more interesting things, texture maybe, but
Yeah. I mean, if you nail that glow, then you'll earn bonus points with Ellie.
that's what I'm worried about. I was like, I don't want to do a glow because I know she's the expert.
It's a double-edged sword right there. If you get it right, it's really right. If you get it wrong, uh-oh.
She knows exactly
I
what
wonder if
she's
they're
doing.
allowed to use airbrushes.
Choosing to paint something that glows in a competition like this is very...
So season 1, they all had to bring their own supplies. And I believe on season 2, and then they had different challenges where because this college, they have their own line of like paints. And then so they would have to do stuff with their own or with their brand of paint. And then the other people, it's been like a year or two since I watched all of the other seasons. But yeah, because I was pregnant. So I watched him back in 2024. So it's been like 2 years since I watched the other seasons. So and that was my pregnancy brain that I'm relying on my memory from that for. But if they're not allowed to use like all of their own stuff, oh my God, I would be going crazy. Cause it's like if you need a glow, like heat gun. So if you're painting in oils or even acrylics, again, I don't paint in acrylics, so I have no reference for it, but I know how fast acrylic paints dry, which is why I don't like it. I have a heater that I will put my paintings in front of for like, it depends on how thick the painting is, but 20 minutes to an hour, or if it's really thick, I'll leave it overnight. And you guys saw when I did my last painting stream when I was doing that cover, the unused cover. Well, when I was painting that, and you guys saw, when I airbrushed it and then I set it down for like 20 minutes, I chatted with you guys. I picked it back up. By that time, it was dry because I set it in front of my heater. Now, I do have a heat gun. My husband borrowed it, and I haven't seen it in a while, but I think I know where it is. But again, I'd rather just, put it in front of the heater and chat with you guys for a bit. But if I'm like not streaming, not filming, doing things in a crunch, and I need to get this done quickly, I'll use a heat gun, but it is rather dangerous. And as you guys know, I'm a bit clumsy. So heat gun, you got to be careful with, but you can use a hair dryer, but I personally don't because I don't like the smell when you're hair dryer and oil painting. So I just put it in front of my heater, chat with you guys, go make a sandwich or something like that. But when you're doing these kind of paintings, I would highly recommend very high contrast. Now, if you guys don't know what that means, so right now, there's almost no contrast on my face. You won't really see if somebody's doing a YouTube video or a live stream. They're not going to make themselves high contrast. But so like this, I call it like Rembrandt lighting. So this is high contrast as it can be with me having professional lighting on me. So you see how there's no shadows on my face right now to there's a lot of shadows on my face right now. That's high contrast. So you can, if you have to do an underpainting where you're carving it out, that's what you're going to want to do. So when you look for reference photos, you want high contrast because that'll be fast. You block in the darks, you have the highlights there, and it's something that you can see from across the room. So that's what I would recommend. And people saying I should go on this show, I cannot go on this show because you have to be an attendee of their college, and I do not attend their college. Also, you guys would see me lose my goddamn mind because I do not like surprises. I do not like curveballs, and I'm claustrophobic, so this would be a nightmare. So that's why I said I'm Monday morning quarterbacking right now, but I wanted to give you guys my commentary and share this with you guys because I like it, and I thought you guys would like it too. Which, guys, if you are enjoying this, go over to this here's the actual video for this show, and go give them a follow and give them a like and leave them a comment. Also smash the like button here on this stream if you're enjoying my commentary. But so now Ellie is going to explain the glow. I know how to do blending enough to where a glow is going to work, but I am also lazy and I really like my airbrush, which I can use oil paints with my airbrush. So there is that. But let's see. I don't think I've actually watched Ellie do a glow effect. So let's see if she'll give us a little demo.
Very, very tricky because you don't have time on your side. And in order to really pull off effective glow, it is layer upon layer upon layer upon layer. And you have to have drying time between those layers. The reason you need so many layers to pull off a good solid glow is because you're trying to create this optical illusion of this very diffused glowy light. And that happens with soft edges and very clean paint. The problem that you run into when your paint doesn't have a chance to dry is you can't get those really bright, crisp whites that are so necessary to get something to glow. It's all about getting that contrast and those soft edges. There's really no way to rush it. There's no way to cheat time. So creating glow in a...
Yes, Ellie has dreads. Now, I think I've told this story before on my main channel, not here on my art channel. I've always thought dreadlocks were beautiful. Like, I've always loved dreadlocks. And remember, I was in San Francisco, and my roommate at the time, she was very, I feel like woke is too soft of a term. But we were in San Francisco traffic, stuck on a hill, and these two guys walked past my car, and one of them had dreadlocks, and I made a comment. I was like, "Oh my gosh, dreadlocks are so beautiful. Like, I've always liked dreadlocks." And she was so offended. She was like, "That's cultural appropriation. That's racist." I'm like, how is it racist to say I like dreadlocks and I like the look of dreadlocks? Like, I'm never going to have dreadlocks. I don't think I have the discipline to do that. That would probably drive me crazy, but I like them. And now Ellie has a blog. It's called like Artist Odyssey because, again, they're Greek. They're very Greek family. And she posted on the blog about how she loves dreadlocks and she always wanted dreadlocks. And a lot of the the women in Greek mythology, a lot of them do have dreadlocks, and it's even depicted in like Greek art, historical ancient Greek art. And she was talking at on her blog about how when she was at the salon getting them done, there was like a black guy there getting his dreadlocks done, and like nothing about it was racist or anything. She's like, it's part of my culture as a Greek woman. So, you know, yes, she does have dreadlocks, and I commend her for it, and I think she looks great with them. I've seen her with a bunch of different hairstyles since I've been following this channel and gone in their backlog and seen her from like having very short hair to having longer hair. I love the dreadlocks. So go Ellie with your dreadlocks.
Situation like this is very, very difficult.
And they use a corbel with dreadlocks. I know. I'm never going to do this. I'm so like OCD about my hair. I was so close today to just dyeing it black.
How are you feeling in terms of like strategizing for the 4 hours that you have tomorrow?
Well, I think I almost finished with the acrylic animal.
Is it it?
And there's just a few things that I have to do, so I'll probably the majority of the time will be on this.
Can I see your source?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, just a lot of highlights to add.
See, that's
it's definitely
very
like a
high
unique
contrast.
color palette. Looks good.
I would change the colors up personally, but that's just because I don't like purple.
How are you feeling? You're good. You'll pass on it. So
Oh,
there's an
so you-
eyeball that's missing. Just kidding.
I'm good. You just need to fix
The
the
only other
background.
thing, I know you said you'll pass, but
That's
is
okay.
like the feathers
Yep.
here sort of linear, uniform? Yes.
Mhm.
Having the variety.
We'll make it more visually. I agree. It's a good point.
Are you feeling better now?
Highlights.
Compared to earlier? Yeah.
Oh
So I
my
feel so
God.
much better. It always feels good to, feel good about what you're creating as opposed to what was.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks, Jake.
I'm very interested by the people that they're not talking to who they are.
With 2 minutes left, it's less about perfection and more about making sure your work rises above the rest.
I love that one.
Artists, you have 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brushes down. How does everyone feel?
Good.
Good.
With part 2 of the oil challenge now complete, any additional changes will have to be done during freestyle time. For Linda, those hours may be critical. Her gamble of 2 birds doesn't appear to be paying off. The painting currently lacks the refinement needed to truly feel alive. Alexis's peacock is the most complex composition in the room by far. But with all those details, will she have enough time to finish every aspect of the painting?
I'm going to talk about this. I don't know if it's going to be controversial, but all of them are using AI source material, which for all of those people that want to cry about AI, listen, if you just want to put, let me go back. Look at that. That peacock, that's 100% AI generated. And I'm completely fine with having, if you want to use AI to put your source material together, and maybe you can't afford Photoshop to just go and find the photos and mash them together, I'm fine with it because guess what? You're not taking the AI image and passing it off as your artwork. They're using it as reference material. I think AI is a lot like Photoshop back in the day. When Photoshop came around and people started digitally painting, there was this big uproar in the art community about like, oh my gosh, that's not real art. Digital painting is not real painting. And it's like, no, yeah, exactly. It's digital, but they're still creating art with it. They just have an undo button, you know? And I think it helped a lot in stuff like special effects in the animation industry. So I don't see a problem with it. I honestly, when it comes to AI art, this girl who's using this reference, she's not taking that reference and passing it off as her own work. She's using that to elevate her work, to create a better source for her work. I think that that's completely fine. But there's some people that are, it's like, it's such a stigma in their head that, oh, AI is bad. And I'm like, yeah, I know when you steal other people's work, people have been doing that forever though. And if you don't want your stuff stolen, don't post a high res version of it on the internet. And people can get mad at me for saying that, but I don't post anything without a watermark on it. And I don't post anything high res enough to where somebody could steal it and copy it and pass it off as their own. But, if they are, then no, that's a big compliment to me that they like my work enough to try to, hijack it in a way. But what you're going to see, which yes, that the source image is AI. I don't think I've seen a source material or a source image yet that is an AI. And if I did and I missed, I apologize. But I don't have a problem with if you want to go type in a couple prompts into ChatGPT or Grok or any of the other AI stuff, and you just like show me a monkey holding grapes and a whiskey glass, and it creates an image of that for you, and then put add the Starship Enterprise behind it and shooting a Klingon bird of prey for the background. Like, if you want to come up with that source image on your own, it's going to take a long time. If you want to just type in those couple sentences into AI and it comes up with an image and you got to tweak it to make it look a little bit accurate, I don't have a problem with that. And from what I've seen, every professional artist that is not threatened by AI has been utilizing it in that way. But there's a lot of people that are very sensitive and are very insecure and very threatened, but I'm just like, it's just another tool, So, and they already opened Pandora's box, so it's here, and I get it. You don't want it stealing from you, then You know, I don't want to have to lock my car or lock my house up, but that's just the reality of the situation that I live in, right? This isn't the 1950s where you can literally like just park your car and put your keys in and you don't have to worry about it getting stolen. We live in the real world. If you don't want your art stolen, don't post high res of it on the internet. You know, that's, there you go.
With all those details, will she have enough time to finish every aspect of the painting? Ellis's peacock is striking, with a sense of elegance that's impossible to ignore. But with such a simple concept, will this approach be impressive enough for the judges? With 2 challenges down, the artists have a moment to catch their breath. But they're not done yet. Next time on The Outstanding Artist. Challenge number 3, a charcoal alligator, one of the hardest subjects to draw. And it all begins with choosing the right source.
If you can find a good source, then you got it made.
Then comes 4 final hours of freestyle time, where one artist risks it all on a restart.
And right now we have Bopa starting over.
With 3 challenges down, it's time for the artist to face their judgment.
Although B has so much excellence, I feel it's overdone.
Discover who rises and who falls on the very first leaderboard reveal of the season.
A full episode? I feel lied to. No, escape. No, I don't want to be full screen. What? I have to go back? Oh my goodness. What the heck? This was advertised as season 1. No wonder it was so short. Post the whole season. Post the whole episode. No, I don't want to do different parts. Where is it? Season 4? Is this still season 4? Where is it? Upcoming. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go to the playlist. Maybe that second part of episode 1 has been okay.
Do you want to be the outstanding artist?
View full playlist. Okay, we just watched that. Why we stripped their safety nets. What on earth is all this? Is this just okay? Episode 2 is coming up. Wait, what? What? Okay, well, we finished episode 1. Okay. We finished episode 1, so I wish that they would have done a view of all of them so we could take a look and see and give our opinions on what we think. I'll try to skim through it a little bit. Okay, so there's that bird. Oh, but we didn't even look at this one. I don't remember. Do you guys remember which one that is? Okay, let's see. Okay, we didn't even get to talk to this lady. I don't remember this one. There's the one with the owl. This is the girl with the frogs. That's the bird. Okay, this raven, I think it's going to win. We barely got to look at the one that was painting the chimp. Okay. Okay, so yeah, there's the birds. There's that blue bird. Oh, this is the bird flying that she needed the glow with. Okay. Oh yeah, this is the peacock girl. Okay, where'd the octopus person go? See, season 1 and 2, they're in like a big warehouse and they have these like giant art boards that they're all painting on. And they're not painting on canvases, they're painting on paper most of the time. And I like that layout so much more. This is stressing me out. Like, oh my God, this would drive me crazy. Oh my God. I remember in school back when I had to paint that close to everyone. And yeah, no, thank you. Octopus was the prior round, I think. Well, okay, let's see. We got the Raven, which is the Scottish woman. We have this one, which this lady was an engineer teacher. This bird, I don't remember what this girl did. This one was the chick that was nicknamed after the comic book. This lady's painting the owl. Okay, the 2 peacock ladies are next to each other. That's funny. Let's see if we can see the other side. That's the glow one. Yeah, I wish that they would have done like a full, let's show all of them. Okay. See, I can't see all of them. Is there another angle that we can get? There's that bird. There's her workshop. Okay. Okay, here we go. See, I feel like they didn't even talk about this one. What is this one over here? I can't see it. Okay, stop showing the birds. I feel like she's going to get out if they keep showing her and she's having issues. Okay, there's that owl. Wodenshot's favorite. Okay, well now they're just going back in everybody's history. Yeah, those paintings are beautiful. Okay, there's that bird. That was the girl in the yellow. Let's see. There's the owl again. Maybe. Well, that's all I would ask. When you're gonna end the episode, let's see everybody's progress. 'Cause right now it's driving me crazy. I want to see. But what they did before was each episode it had challenges in it, so they usually do 3 challenges per episode. And that's why I was shocked because this is only a little under 40 minutes, where the other episodes are like an hour long, which I like. This is a reality show, reality TV. And they do like the 3 challenges. And one of them, it's like they have their main painting that they're working on. They do like a more technical type of challenge where it's like, oh, you can only use these supplies. And then they'll throw in like a random challenge where, oh, you guys all have to switch painting. So everybody musical chairs. And I'm like, oh my God, I would die. Oh, I would die if that was me. But yeah. So far, season 2 is still my favorite. I'm putting that out there. But if you guys liked it, go over. It's got 26,000 views 4 days ago. So this is it. I'll put it in the chat again. You guys want to go and check it out. But that is season 4, season 4, episode 1. Again, this is the Milan Art Institute channel. And so this is their reality show. Let's see. Why we stripped their safety nets. Okay, so I guess they did a live stream talking about it. I don't want to watch this yet because I want to be surprised. Ooh, here we go. Is this a trailer for it? Ooh, I don't think I shared my audio here. We can watch the trailer for the season. I probably should have done this in the very beginning. Let's watch the trailer.
This could either bomb or be great.
You could have been at the absolute bottom, and in 4 hours from now, claw your way up.
Nobody said that it was going to be easy.
It's going to be wild.
Not only are we testing their skills, but we're also testing their mettle, their inner strength.
With all these challenges, I think I can grow.
You just have to go with your gut. Some of you need to go bolder.
I go for the adventure.
Now we got to pay attention to who's shown and
The
all.
whole reason that I do art is finding your true
who's
identity in the midst of uncertainties.
I just wanted to live my best life.
And just want to really enjoy the process and enjoy the outcome of it.
I just went with my style.
We are just blown away with the skill that you guys are bringing.
It's so hard. Everybody's so good. I'm impressed by that.
This is the Outstanding Artist.
Okay, there was trailer 1. Is there another trailer? Okay. Well, I'm intrigued. Anyways, I think what I'm going to do is every week when a new video comes out, when a new episode comes out, I'm going to do a live stream and talk about it. So we can all do a watch party together. And maybe if you guys are interested, I can do one where I have my members. I'll put a link out there for my members and you guys can come on and we can do like commentary together and you guys can ask questions or just chit chat with me while we react to this. If that's something you guys are interested in, you have to leave me a comment on this live stream and let me know. Let's see. Is that Cecil in my chat? Hi, how is your night going? I don't know if that's actually Cecil or not. I don't know if you're actually Cecil. Guys, is this actually Cecil over on Twitch? If it is, hello. I don't think I've ever seen Cecil comment on Twitch. So I have a feeling it's not him. But it could be. I could be wrong. No, it's not Cecil. Okay. It's not. Bait and switched. Let's see. Is anything coming up? Oh, yes. I am actually working on a reel, not so much an art video because everything's about the reels now. I was working on a commission. I'm like, I just need a break from it because it's driving me crazy. So I'm like, I just got inspired to paint Padme. And I know I am one of those people that likes the prequels. I very much like the prequels, and I am one of the rare people that thinks that the episode 2 of the prequels is my favorite. I know everybody always goes for episode 3, but I actually like episode 2. I know I'm one of those people. And I just got really inspired to paint Padme, and I started doing it. You guys want to see it? I'm also working on making my art desk more aesthetically pleasing. But so you guys want to see it? Let me zoom out a little bit. This is it so far. Okay, my camera's not zooming out for some reason. Okay, take in mind this is still a work in progress and it's still wet. Here is my painting of Padme so far. It still has a lot of work to do. I still have to finish a lot of details on her face. But yeah, this is it so far. What do you guys think? You guys like it? I kind of want to do the one of her in like the black dress, but you guys know I love yellow, so I got inspired. So I started painting Padme. I still have to fix the background and everything. It's super wet right now, but this is that's it so far. See. Looks great. Oh, thank you. It looks really good. Gorgeous. I like it. Wow, that looks good. Oh, thank you. Oh, even Woden Shot gave me a compliment. Thank you. Thank you. I like the yellow. It looks pastel. Yellow is my favorite color. It makes me happy. So I don't know. I just got inspired to paint it. I have a lot still to go, but I did that last night and I was drained all day today because I'm like, I just need a break from this big commission. And the painting was too wet for me to work on, so I just set that one in front of my heater, and I'm like, I'm in this, like, the zone, I need to paint something, so I did that yesterday. And I had no energy all day today. I did this, a few days ago. I don't particularly like it because I feel like I haven't figured it out, but I had this weird panel, so I was like, "Oh, what if I just do, like, all the eye colors?" One of them kinda reminds me of the Isle of Man flag, except for legs, it's eyes. But, yeah. I like the Padme painting much better. Let's see. Maybe my colors are washed out on my monitor, but it looks nice. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, no, it is very light. Very light. I wanted it very soft because I feel like Padme is a very soft character. Let's see. I love watching you paint. You're very good. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. Well, guys, I watched the episode. That was my reaction to it. I don't know what days the other, let me see if it says in the description. Well, so if it came out 4 days ago, what day was it for? So maybe every Friday. Every Friday it comes out. I don't like streaming on Friday. I usually spend that as a date night with my husband, which is why you guys don't see me around on the YouTubes on Friday. But maybe we can make this a weekly thing where I do a live stream reacting to each episode. So if you guys like that idea, then leave me a comment and let me know down below. If you guys liked this stream, please smash that like button, please. And thank you. I think I am going to end it here, though. So I appreciate all of you guys hanging out. And if I do anything again, maybe I'll bullshit for a little bit, but I need to restart the stream and just start over on a different stream because I want to keep this very concise. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your night, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And may the force be with you because we are really, really, really going to need it. Good night, everyone. Thanks for hanging out on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Good night.